So I'm wrapping up my second day of keto, eating keto, and I feel fantastic as predicted. No, seriously, I feel so not hungry. This is so unlike other diets that I've done where you have to try to be satisfied eating rice cakes. But anyway, I'm already getting pissed off by how stupid people are. Luckily, it's not many of you, and I hope not many of you would bother criticizing how I'm deciding to eat, put into my own body, because guess what? I don't have a lot going on right now, and keto is probably most of what I'm going to be vlogging about for the rest of the month. Sorry. Anyway, I've been getting a lot of comments from a variety of different people regarding how they feel about keto, about low carbing, about how they're convinced that I'm going to die of a heart attack tomorrow. And for the most part, I can ignore this because I do realize that this person hasn't just spent 3 hours educating themselves on macronutrients like I have, and this person probably also doesn't have 27 years experience of being on every single friggin' diet ever, again, like I have. I'm gonna say that these keto naysayers or doubters, that they usually fall within 2 categories. The first category is this person has successfully lost weight doing something completely different, like a low-fat diet, vegetarian, going vegan, going raw. And listen, I don't think that keto is any better than any one of these diets. There are plenty of other diets, plenty of other ways of eating. I really hope you guys realize that's what I mean when I say diet here. When I say diet, I don't mean, okay, I'm gonna do this for 3 months, lose as much weight as possible, and then go back to what I was doing. I'm not going to do that, ever, because apparently what I have been doing, what my status quo is, does not work and causes me to gain weight every year. But anyway, the one type of naysayer, the first type, they've done something completely different that works for them, so naturally they're skeptical. That person has experienced losing weight a different way, so they kind of want you to try that way first because they've done that and it works. And that's, I can tolerate that. That's fair. You've lost weight doing something completely different than this. So for right now, this seems to be working for me. Apparently I've already lost a pound, so. And while I accept that this person that's criticizing me lost weight a different way that worked for them, they usually do eventually accept that this way may work for me. The second type of person that gets kind of anxious whenever you mention low carb or eating keto, and that prompts them to fire off a remark like you're going to die soon. Yeah, that person usually needs to lose weight themselves, and maybe they're intimidated with that task. Maybe they feel like they could never give up foods that are rich in carbohydrates because it is not easy. It does feel a little bit like hell on earth at first for about 3, 4, 5 days. So because it seems so hard and impossible for them, they think that it's a totally unmanageable way to control your weight in the long term. And they are usually the people that say, as soon as you start eating carbs again, you're gonna gain it right back. And the fact is, that's true. I mean, if I have a pile of pancakes right now, I will gain back that pound that I lost doing keto so far, and I will gain back the other 20 pounds that I lost doing paleo. Thing is, I just haven't eaten pancakes, sugar, cereal, bread, anything like that in months, really. And I think that's just such a hard thing for them to grasp because these foods are the cornerstone of their daily diet. They wake up in the morning, maybe grab a bagel on the way to work. Lunchtime comes, they have a sandwich. Dinner comes, they have pasta. Like, I can't imagine a world without carbohydrates, and it is difficult. So I think understanding why people choose to criticize this diet, even though there's so much science in its corner right now, it makes it kind of understandable. It's also difficult for people to accept because it's just flat out not conventional. I mean, here in America, we've been trumpeting a low-fat, high-carb diet since the 1980s. And since then, our percentage of Americans that are obese now has exploded since the 80s. Here in America, 2 out of 3 of us are overweight or obese. And yet, here in America, we tend to think that eating low fat, no red meat, cutting your calories, that's the only way to lose weight. That way does work. I mean, it will work if you're doing it right, but for the rest of us, it doesn't seem to have the best track record. I'm kind of thinking about it like how 1500 years ago, we all thought, no, we didn't think, we all knew that the universe revolved around us. or 500 years ago when we knew for a fact that the earth was flat. But then what happened was new scientists came in with new evidence that, wait, no, maybe this isn't the way. It just kind of refreshed their current ideas. I mean, that's the beauty of science. Through trial and error, we did find out the truth. We learned more, and we learned that no, the universe does not revolve around the earth, and no, the earth is not flat. Eventually we figured that out. So I'm thinking that hopefully maybe one day eventually we'll figure out that eating a high-fat diet might actually be beneficial for a lot of us. And I know there's going to be naysayers on this video, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to try to quit talking about keto so much, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys. You guys can see weight coming off of me during this month. You guys will continue to hear about how much more energy I have now that I haven't been eating sugars or carbohydrates. And my most loyal viewers have already known this. They have seen me lose weight because I've been eating paleo. You know what they say about how a picture is worth 1,000 words? I'm gonna stick to that theory. When it comes to talking to people about keto, I'm gonna kind of do that because it's just not very accepted right now. It's underground. It's hipster, if you will. Alright, I guess I'm done rambling. I keep forgetting to vlog with my lamp on, so I don't look all dark. That's better. No, I'm not re-recording.